Hello everyone. Okay, we are going to be making peanut butter Hershey Kiss cookies, or they can also be called peanut butter blossoms. So this is everything you're gonna need. You're gonna need sugar. We're gonna need it for the recipe, and then once we get the dough all ready, we're gonna be putting some granulated sugar into another bowl so that we can roll the balls into the sugar before we put them onto the baking sheet. We're gonna need some all-purpose flour, Hershey Kisses, allspice, peanut butter. I use creamy peanut butter. If you wanted to use the chunky peanut butter, you could do that. I feel like they turn out better with creamy, but if you want to use chunky peanut butter, you definitely can. We're gonna need some pure vanilla extract, some salt, 1 egg, 1 stick of unsalted butter. We're gonna need brown sugar and baking soda. So I'm gonna get this all measured out, and as soon as I have that done, I'll come back and show you. Okay, I got all of my ingredients measured out except for the Hershey Kisses, because it's gonna depend on how many cookies it makes. It can vary depending on how big you make the cookies. All right, so in this bowl here, I have 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I have 1/2 cup of white sugar. And here is 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 3/4 cup of creamy peanut butter, 1 3/4 cup of flour. I have 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and this is sea salt, so I'm not using a full teaspoon, I'm just using a 1/2 teaspoon because it is sea salt. And here I have 1 full teaspoon of baking soda. I have my 1 large egg and my 1 stick of unsalted butter, which is room temperature. In this container, I just have some granulated sugar, which we're gonna roll the balls into. So the first thing we're gonna do is, if you have a hand mixer, that's fine. That's what I have, that's what I'm gonna use. If you have a stand mixer, you can use that. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix together the butter. Move this out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna put the 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of the packed brown sugar, the 1 stick of butter, vanilla, and peanut butter, and we're gonna blend that in until it's all creamy and mixed together. Once that is all blended together, we're gonna add our egg and just give it a good mix. And then we're gonna add our baking soda, the salt, the allspice. We're gonna mix that into the flour, give it a mix, and then we'll slowly add the flour mixture into this batter. But I'll show you what it looks like as I go. Okay, I gave it a quick mix, and now we're gonna add our egg. We're gonna mix it again. I only mixed it about a minute once I get and I did scrape down the bowl, so I stopped it like maybe halfway through that minute. Scrape down the bowl with a spatula, mix it again, and now we're gonna add our egg, and we're gonna mix it for another minute. I did add my spices, my salt, the baking soda, and the allspice into my flour and gave it a mix. So once we get the egg incorporated, then we're gonna slowly start spooning in our flour mixture into the batter. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I got the egg incorporated as well, and now we're gonna put the flour into this mixture. I'm gonna slowly do it. That way the flour does not explode all over the place. Start with about that much. We're gonna go ahead and mix it, and I'll show you what it looks like once I have all the flour in. Oh, we're gonna preheat our oven to 350 a while. So preheat to 350. And I'm gonna get this mixed up. Okay, I got it mixed. So now what I'm gonna do, I don't wanna over mix it, so I'm just gonna use my spatula here. I'm gonna get all the cookie dough out from the beaters, and then I'm gonna stir this, or mix it up as much as I can with a spatula. If I need to get a spoon, I'll use that, but I'm gonna finish the rest by hand, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, this is what the mixture looks like when it's done. And you don't have to refrigerate it. If you wanted to, you can, but I'm not. It's not as sticky as the chewy cookies that I made the other week. But yeah, so I'm just gonna use my scoop. We're gonna roll them into balls, Then we're gonna roll it in the sugar, and then we're gonna put it on the baking dish. And we're gonna bake them anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. It depends, you know, everyone's oven is different, but I'll show you what it looks like once I get these rolled and onto the cookie sheet. Okay, I got them rolled and I dipped them into my granulated sugar. So while these are cooking, or baking I should say, I'm going to unwrap my Hershey Kisses. So as soon as they come out of the oven, be careful, the pan's gonna be hot, but you're gonna unwrap these while they're cooking. Once they come out of the oven, you're gonna place the Hershey Kiss on top of the cookie while it's still warm, right when it comes out. And you're just gonna push it down, and you're gonna allow the cookies to cool on the sheet on a rack for like 10 minutes or so. But I'll show you what we do when we get to that step. So 350-degree oven, bake 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, I baked them for 9 minutes. So now you're gonna take your Hershey Kisses that you peeled, and you're just going to push them down in. And you have to do this right when they come out of the oven. And they will crack like that. That is completely normal. So I'm just gonna complete this. Okay, they are done. Peanut butter Hershey Kiss cookies, or peanut butter blossoms, whichever you wanna call it. I did get 32 cookies out of the batch, but I did eat a couple. They are so good and they're so cute. So you can just store them in an airtight container. And if you don't like allspice, you can just leave that out. I'll put the ingredients down below. I think it just gives it a little extra kick. So I like the allspice, but yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you make them, I hope you enjoy them. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.